I might be a little bit of a psycho. Push-ups, there's no limit for me.
Touch your left breast with your right hand. Shake a bit for extra luck. Oh,
But sometimes it just
my
flushes
God.
down the toilet. I haven't seen a worm in so long.
No,
Couldn't see the ball. I lose it. I was cheesing
the whole time.
the whole time.
Testing. Testing.
Good.
Testing. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The reason we're acting like it's our first time is because we just added some new equipment
Yeah.
onto our microphones. And we're also outside, which is just so lovely.
It's the best.
You
This
know,
is nice.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, the one thing the Midwest knows how to do is appreciate the weather. You know?
Definitely.
We do
First
not
day
take
of,
advantage.
Like nice weather,
Everyone's outside. Immediately, I went outside at 8 in the morning today. I was like, I'm going to work all day outside. I just sat outside on my laptop, worked outside all day.
Fuck yeah.
You have to take advantage because we don't get it for too long, you know? Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is episode 30. Isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
30 weeks. But, I mean, it's more than 30 weeks. But also, doesn't it feel like a lot longer ago than we've...
I feel like we just started.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like we just started.
Because I was like, okay, so then we're rounding, like we have 22 more weeks then until we hit a year, you know?
Yeah. Oh, a year of episodes.
Of like recording together and
Right.
doing it together.
Because we skipped
A lot
a
of
good
weeks. We
8 weeks, probably.
Yeah, because we skipped we just missed a month right there. We had our break from season 1 to season
Which was
2.
a few weeks.
That was like 3 weeks, 4 weeks even. So yeah, we've had like 2 months off. But anyway, we're killing it. It's episode 30.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so we might miss a few weeks, but we'll always be
We're just
back.
going to do whatever we want to do, I feel
yeah,
like. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was
No, we're
like
not getting
thinking about
paid.
it. Okay, yeah, no, we're not getting paid for this, okay? Once we start getting sponsors, then okay.
Oh, then I'm in it.
Then I'm
I'll
in
quit
it
my
to
job.
win it. Me too, but
Yeah, I'll quit my
don't
job.
tell my boss.
They ain't fucking listening to me. My boss ain't listening.
No, yeah. But anyway, once we get sponsors, then we'll take it more seriously. So if you want to see us more, you know what? This is going to be an ultimatum.
Like and subscribe and comment.
Yeah. If you want to see us more, then you have to tell people to sponsor us. Okay, so not last week, it was almost 4 weeks ago. We had Luigi on.
Right.
And I posted it last week. So I have a fact check for that. So the fact check is very heavy. It's like a heavy fact
is
check.
it really?
Yeah,
Damn.
but it's because
I like it, though.
It's because I was so interested in the topic and I was like, I need to know more type of attitude, you know? So the first
I hope you fact checked one thing I wanted to know. But go
okay.
ahead.
If I didn't, we can look it up. The first is different karate belts. So there is a ton of them. It starts at yellow and then it goes to the 10th Dan black. So there's yellow, orange, purple, blue, advanced blue. So it's blue with a green line. Green belt, advanced green. It's green with a red line. Brown belt, intermediate brown belt. So that's 2 black lines. Advanced brown belt, 3 black lines, and a master brown belt. And that's 3 black lines and 1 red line. And then there's a ton of black belts that you can get. So you can get just a black belt, and then it goes all the way to 10th Dan black belt. So
Which now looks red.
So it's
but
like,
I'm sure just on that picture it does.
Yeah, because it goes around. Yeah, right. Yeah, so you can just get like a bunch of different lines, and it's a crazy ranking system. I just always thought it was like 4 colors and then a black belt. I never knew it was that deep.
Yeah.
You know?
I knew there was like stripes and shit, but I didn't know the order or anything like that.
Right, yeah. Okay, so smokers. This is the thing I was most interested in because I just think they're so fucking cool. I love anything that's like against the law.
Right.
That's like.
So these are these technically? I know they're unsanctioned. I don't think they're against the law.
So now, yeah, no, but at one point they were. So
Okay,
they're
right.
not anymore. So they're unsanctioned. But I did look up like why the term smoker, and it said it may have originated from the clouds of tobacco smoke which swirled above the ring during these shows.
Dope.
Which is just so cool.
So sick.
So I want to ask you, because I didn't watch Creed yet, and this might be a spoiler, but in the smoker, was it like smoky, or what was the atmosphere?
I can't remember if it was like actually smoky, but the vibe was like people are smoking cigars.
Right.
Like illegal gambling almost. Like the boxer, it's not a spoiler. He walks in and he like walks in by himself through like a back door, goes in the locker room, changes, walks out on the ring. Like there's no like announcement, there's nothing, like he just goes out. So in my eyes, that's a smoker.
Right, yeah.
I don't fucking know. That's why I was asking Luigi
if you watched it. Yeah.
Maybe we could just look that up real quick.
Yeah, look it up.
I wonder.
I'll read what a smoker is while Samir is looking that up. A smoker, a professional prize fight conducted under private charitable club in those jurisdictions which prohibited prize fighting, but that allowed, for example, sparring or fencing amongst members of private clubs for exercise only and for enjoyment of their fraternal brothers. So I think what made them illegal was like the gambling going on, because they're not supposed to be for like a prize fight. It's just supposed to be for like amateurs who are practicing on each other. And I think what made them illegal was people gambling and betting on them.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't find anything on it.
That's okay. But yeah, I think that would be such a cool movie, like smokers. Like, I don't know, something about like that being the focus, and then like the end of it would be like him at his first pro fight. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Don't let anyone steal that idea.
Well, because I listened to his episode too, and it made me think like we need like an Albanian. You know how you got like the Gladiator, and you got like all those like those warrior movies from back in the day, like Caesar, all those fucking movies.
We need an Albanian
We need like
one.
an Illyrian one.
Yeah.
Like they were fucking like Vikings and shit, and
that would
I don't
be
know,
sick.
we need a movie like
because
that.
I think people would be interested in that culture and like to get to know
it's
like
just like
the
another
Albanian
Viking culture
yeah,
type thing.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so moving on, we were talking about how like right before you start a game or a match or whatever it might be, you have to poop, and he said it had to do with like evolution and like our fight or flight instincts and whatnot. And we like unload so that we're like light and whatever, which might be true, but it also has to do with how your brain communicates to your GI tract. So when you become anxious, it sends a message to your gut that triggers the need to poop and other digestive systems. And it probably is because of like, you're like, oh shit.
Anxious. If you're fight or flight, so you get anxious.
So yeah, that's probably why. Yeah. Palace. So we were talking about, that was like probably his biggest fight. And it has 24,276 seats. So he filled up to 10,000. So it's a pretty good amount. Mm-hmm. Hands as lethal weapons. I just had to look it up. I wanted to see if there was literally like anything, if you could at all. It's just a myth. There's no nothing. Registered. Yeah, as deadly weapons. Okay, so then we were talking about injuries, and I wanted to look up what sports cause like the most injuries.
Football.
Do you think football?
Or like rugby.
Okay, so
those rugby players don't even look like they get hurt.
I don't know how they do that. So I think this is in the U.S. because it's the National Safety Council. Yeah. So basketball actually causes the most injuries, but I think it's because of like you can easily get like a like Achilles injury, ACL injuries, sprained ankle, like small injuries like that, even like pulled groin or hamstring, stuff like that.
Minor injuries, kind of maybe out a week or two.
Yeah. So it says basketball causes the most. Football injuries are common in teens. It says soccer is a big contact and like collision, which is what causes most of those injuries. It says, believe it or not, basketball actually has more injuries than any other sport, followed by football, soccer, and baseball. Common sport injuries include hamstring pulls, groin pulls, shin splints, and ACL tears and concussions. You've never gotten injured like that, right?
Like ACL tear. Oh no, nothing crazy, nothing like, major. No, I've hurt my tailbone really bad where I couldn't like walk for like a week.
It's the fucking worst.
It's a shit ton of sprained ankles. Yeah. Like, oh my god. Like,
did you ever have to like go to a doctor for them, or are you just like, I know it's sprained and I'm wrapping it up?
I never went to a doctor for
anything,
dude. Go home, not even ice. I'm bad. I'm like really bad.
Really?
With, like,
do you not stretch at all? You're not a stretcher?
I don't stretch, and it's really bad, especially now that I'm old. Like the other day, I like lifted something like light, like a laptop or something. Yeah. And then my shoulder hurt like for like the next couple hours. I was like, God damn, but I don't stretch before basketball. I'll literally go to basketball and like I'll like jog up the court, but with the ball I'm like shooting around. Just, like,
you're warming
like,
up, but you're not,
but I'm not
stretching.
Yeah,
right.
Which I need, but it's worked thus far. Like, I've never had an injury.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just do what you're doing.
That's what I mean. So.
Yeah, Dom is like a big stretcher. You know this?
Yeah, because he does like the splits. He's a hockey.
Yeah.
He's a goalie, so
Yeah.
they, you know.
He's very flexible. Yeah. No, obviously, as a cheerleader, we always stretched before, and like we had like our routines, and I have like a stretch routine in my head, but obviously, I'm not doing it as I used to, and it's crazy how if you don't keep up with it, your body completely like denies you. Like it's not gonna go back to what it was. It's so depressing, honestly.
Did I ever tell the story on the podcast where I think I did? I remember it was like it was middle school, like 6th grade. We're all in gym class, and we're doing those tests where it's like for state, like.
Oh yeah.
You know where they like record it?
I don't think you told me this though.
Okay, so you know you'd like run the mile and they time you.
You have to get in.
I remember I was always second, like in my grade. You know, this kid Darius was always first. You know, he'd always beat me by like fucking 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Whatever. But, or like second, third, maybe I wasn't, whatever, but I was always up there.
Yeah.
And you do pull-ups and I forgot what the point of it was for, but like if you do like 7, you have to do 7 pull-ups minimum.
Yeah.
To be like at like.
Average or whatever.
No, to be like above average or like to rank in something.
Okay.
Like, you know? So like I would always get the mile. I'd beat that, you know, but you have to beat like 4 of the 7 to like rank for something.
Yeah.
I forgot what the fuck it was for. It would be pull-ups and stretches, and then you would do like you would have to like run in place and then count your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't know this, but because I'm a dumbass, they would count your heartbeats, right? So they'd be like, okay, everyone's standing still, count your heartbeats. So I remember this girl, Emily Lang, she would get asked before me, how many heartbeats per minute do you have?
Yeah.
So I remember I'd count and I'd be like, okay, I have no idea, but I'd be like 30. Okay.
No.
So then in my head, I'm like, okay, 30. So then they would call like, Darius, how many? And he'd be like, 28, whatever. And everyone would go. Yeah. So Emily Lang would be like right before me. And I would say I had 30. She would say like 34.
Yeah.
Or she would say 34. I'd be like, this bitch is lying.
Yeah.
Thinking the more you have, the better.
Yeah.
So I would like be like, this bitch, like she's lying.
Yeah.
So I'd be like 35.
Yeah.
And then we'd like jog in place, and obviously your heart rate's gonna go up. So then she'd be like, oh, 44. And I'd be like, damn, I had 42.
Yeah.
This lying ass bitch, I'd be like 46. You know, but little did I know, the lower the better. It was supposed to be.
Yeah, obviously you want to be.
But I didn't know.
That's so funny. Wait, so that's their fault. They didn't tell you why you were doing it. You know.
So I always screwed myself.
Yeah.
And but the one thing even including that, I always got everything.
Yeah.
The one thing would be this: you'd have to put your legs out and stretch forward, and I could never stretch forward far enough.
Oh,
that was like the one thing
that held you back.
That held me back because I never stretched.
You didn't stretch.
Yeah.
So you can't touch the floor like if you stand up.
I can, but like it would like hurt, but I could get to that point and then be like,
like spring back. Yeah.
My legs are gonna pop.
Oh my god! One time I remember I was taking a health class in high school, and he made us go into the training room and we had to do pull-ups, and then we had to test our body mass index or like whatever, and he made us like squeeze our fat and like do all that shit. I was like, this is actually not healthy like for high schoolers to be doing, but fuck that. I can't do pull-ups for the life of me. I'm a good runner. I'll give myself that, but pull-ups,
I used to be able to do like a decent amount of pull-ups when I was in like middle school, high school. And then we were at Bobby's house one summer, I think 2 summers ago, and we're sitting in his backyard and we're talking shit about like pull-ups and push-ups, whatever. And I was like, oh, I could easily do 15 pull-ups. And then like we're like, everyone's talking, they're like, Samir, you can't. Yeah. You can't do 15. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's easy, because I'm thinking back then I used to be able to get up there.
Yeah,
you know?
How could you not
Maybe
know?
Not 15, but I remember I'm like 10 plus, easy.
Yeah,
you know? So Bobby pulls out he had the bar thing that you could like connect to the door. And he was like, if you do 10, I'll give you $50. If you don't do 10, you owe me 50.
Okay.
You know, I get up there, maybe like 3.5.
Oh my god.
But it was like after a day of drinking too. But still,
even if I was completely, dude. No, it's hard.
I would not be able to. I would not have been able to do 10 plus.
But it's weird. It's weird how like people. I have to think of the right word. Like okay, so I'm not like trying to boost myself here, but somebody said the other day we were like talking and someone's like 15 push-ups and Liz goes 15, like that's a lot to do, you know.
I could do push-ups.
And I was like because like me, like that's not that many, like I can, it's hard, it's not like, oh, pumping out 15, but like that's what I would do at the gym, to like get going.
Warm up,
but like it's just weird how people like just. It's so different for so many people.
Right?
And people have their strengths and their weaknesses. Like, I'd much rather do leg stuff than do arm stuff because my legs are just stronger.
Right,
yeah.
Me too.
But Beata, like, hates leg day, and she loves arms.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So my arms are weak. Yeah. But push-ups, there's no limit for me.
Oh, really?
Like, I could rip out 100, I'm telling you.
No.
50 plus, no problem.
Oh, my God.
On a bad day.
We're going to have to test
for sure.
this.
Ask Nicolette. I remember I told her, I'm like, every night, make sure I do 50 and 50. I'll do 50 push-ups, 50 crunches, 50 sit-ups.
Yeah.
And I was doing it, it lasted like about 5 fucking days.
Right. She's like, do it. He doesn't do it.
Yeah.
I remember a kid in my junior high, he broke the record for like amount of push-ups a kid did, like for like that testing, because he was a gymnast. So he was very little, but like strong as fuck.
Strong as fuck, but like light.
Yeah, and he was like so, oh my gosh.
There's a way to make yourself lighter. I fully believe that.
Like in push-ups?
No,
or what?
Well, just like in general, like if I went to pick you up, you could like make yourself lighter almost, like kind of.
Like squeeze your core.
Like kind of like, I feel like you could like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a way people can make themselves lighter.
I know what you mean, but it's just funny the way it's coming out.
Like if you were laying there and I wanted to, it's like one of those things, if you were laying there and I wanted to roll you over.
Yeah.
If you just like.
Well, there's like dead weight.
Yeah,
or
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like dead weight and then like your weight.
Well, like, okay, so for cheer, a flyer is not just like going up in the air and doing nothing. Like they have to they lift up through their body so that they're like lighter underneath. Because there's a total difference between somebody just like going up and standing in the air and a flyer like using their like momentum in their body to like lift up and like be lighter. Yeah, so definitely. Okay, back to fact check because we're not done yet. Dirtiest animals in the world. We were talking about, you're like, I thought a pig was, and he said chickens. Yeah. Okay, so I have the 13 dirtiest animals. A dung beetle. I don't even know what this is.
A dung beetle? Those probably go to poop. Dung?
Oh. It says, the diet of a dung beetle mostly consists of feces, so that's fucking nasty. Pigeons are the second most dirty animal in the world. And New York is full of them. So, yuck. It says it's common to spot pigeons in urban environments where they scavenge for food in trash cans, dumpsters, and other dirty environments. American bison are the third most dirty.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have thought. Sloths are the fourth most dirty. Okay, so this is crazy. I was watching a nature show on sloths, and there's like hundreds of thousands, or maybe hundreds. Honestly, I'm talking out of my ass here, so sorry. But there's like a bunch of different things that live in them because of how dirty they are. Isn't that crazy?
Like insect, like those like parasites almost.
Like parasites, or like here it says like algae, like stuff, like all that stuff, like lives on them. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, sloths are crazy, and their metabolism is like so slow.
I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh, turkey vultures are the fifth. Do you know anything about turkey vultures?
No.
Did I talk about this
they
ever?
Look like sparrows almost.
Did I ever talk about this on the podcast? How Liz and I saw a turkey vulture in my side yard in my
I don't think so, no.
woods. So we were in my hot tub, which we like to call a pool when it's summer because we let it go cold and we just sit in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were in the pool and I was like, we're looking. I'm like, what the fuck is that? There's this big ass bird, and I'm thinking it's like an eagle. I'm like, oh my god, a bald eagle, whatever. But obviously not, So from afar though, it's eating something on the ground, and then I'm like, let's go get it. I'm like terrified of birds. I don't really like fuck with them at all. And she like made noise, and it flew away. This thing had to have weighed like 75 pounds, probably not, but it was like woof, woof. Oof, going away because it was so heavy, and the way it was flying, it flew off. Yeah, and then we went to see what it was eating, and it was a dead squirrel. So yeah, turkey vultures, pretty crazy birds. A hagfish. See, this is why I don't fuck with the ocean. Look what's in the ocean. You've never seen that in your whole life.
This.
Yeah, that's a hagfish.
What the fuck? It looks like
sometimes they're called slime eels. They cover their body in jelly-like mucus. Ooh, that is so nasty. Hippopotamuses are the 8th most dirty. Bats are the 9th most dirty. Ooh, COVID.
They probably Googled it. Where did COVID come from?
Yeah, right. Cape buffalo, narrow-mouthed frog, common hedgehog. Oh, interesting. A common hedgehog. That's interesting. And a muskox.
Muskox is almost like another...
Like a pig, right? Like a boar?
Oh, yeah, that's like a boar. It looks like Pumbaa.
Okay, this says, What is Pumbaa?
Pumbaa from Lion King.
I know, but what
Pumbaa's
is he?
my cat. He's a warthog.
A warthog, yeah. Okay, so the strong smell from him actually comes from his urine. They have long, thick fur substances like urine and feces can become trapped in their hair. That's so nasty.
What I was hoping you looked up on the fact check was when he said, like, Muslims believe, or, because, you know, even in, like, the Old Testament, it says, like, thou shalt not eat swine or whatever.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, shouldn't eat pig or whatever. But he said because, like, what did he say?
He said because Jesus cast like our sins or like
into the pigs
or something.
That's what I wanted to know if that's true.
Okay, I'll fact check it next time. Yeah, we'll keep that going. Okay, so oldest Balkan language, it is Albanian, which is really freaking cool. Like, you don't realize how cool we are until you look into it. So the Albanian language is amongst the oldest in Europe and even in the world. As can be seen from the language tree, the Albanian language stems from the Indo-European trunk and goes on its own as a distinctive offshoot of the European language branch. So, like, we have no connection to any other language. Like, we're just by ourselves.
Original.
We're OGs. And we're, like, the closest language to Latin, which is a dead language.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, so we're pretty cool over here. In Albania.
That's what I mean. Like, our history is crazy, but there's no, like, actual movie on it.
Yeah.
We could, like, Google shit.
Yeah. But there's no
just, like, movie or, like, real documentary.
Yeah. It would be cool to see.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe you should work on that.
Dude, I was thinking about it, but I'm not, like, I don't know enough.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's
Unless I just submerge myself in it.
Documentarians, that's what they do. They submerge themselves and
but I
they
don't got
learn.
time for that.
Yeah, who does?
Fuck, shit.
Yeah.
Barely got time for this damn podcast.
Yeah,
It takes an hour and a half of a day.
An hour and a half
of my
a
day.
week. Yeah. No, but still, yeah.
But for you, yeah, a little more.
Garlic in the pocket. So I asked Robert if he did that. My mom never did that for Robert, but my grandma did it for my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was like, I was like,
oh,
why?
You asked your grandma?
I asked my dad, and he was like, yep, all the time. And I was like, why? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, to keep evil away? And he's like, I guess. I was like, it's so funny. Sometimes we just do things and we're like, we just do it because we do it. And that's fine. That's that.
Yeah. There's another thing we do. If I'm like about to travel and I got my suitcase and I got Nicolette to do it, she don't believe in that shit at all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nicolette's like,
not superstitious
I believe in God.
at all.
Like, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Voodoo, witch shit, you know, or whatever, superstitions. But I'll be like, just do it for me, you know, make me happy, you know. And my mom made me this way, because I don't want to believe in it. But to me, it's like I'm gonna just do it anyway. At this point,
who's it gonna hurt?
Who's it gonna hurt? Right.
Yeah.
Unless God's like, look at this guy.
Yeah, right.
You know? But if we're like getting ready to travel, we got our suitcases. You touch like the door. What the fuck would you call it? The
threshold.
Yeah, between the door and the outside.
Yeah.
So, like, say I'm walking, I'm carrying my suitcase down the stairs, boom, and I'm about to head outside.
You touch it?
Touch between where it's,
the outside, inside, the threshold.
Outside, inside,
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so then I had something funny that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
This is not a fact check, but it just, like, came up in my head when I was listening because it was about boxing. When I was younger, you know, pay-per-view, I used to think it was, like, pay-per-view. Like, right on paper, like pay-per-view. And I never understood...
Oh, really?
You know, I know now it's like pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah. But I literally was like, oh, yeah, pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. Yeah. Like, but
no
I was
one
like,
caught on,
I'm like,
obviously.
it doesn't make sense because we're watching it on TV. And I was like, oh, maybe it had to do with like newspapers in the old days. Like, I would make things up in my head for shit to make sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just funny. But yeah, that's it. And that's it for the fact check.
Yeah. Oh, if you got pay-per-view back then, that was like another rich thing people did.
Oh,
Never paid for shit.
Yeah, no. You go to...
What?
Yeah, pay-per-view.
To watch something on TV? Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Like WrestleMania, you know how sad it was? Because I was a huge wrestling fan.
Uh-huh.
And then, but like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, I would never watch those.
Because they were all pay-per-view?
Yeah, like a couple weeks till they like replay it or some shit. Or months later, whenever it was.
I didn't know those were pay-per-view.
Yeah, those were pay-per-view. Still, to this day.
Still?
WrestleMania,
Really?
yeah, those big ones.
WrestleMania is such a weird... Like, wrestling is such a weird concept because it's fake.
It's fake. It's entertainment.
I know it's entertainment, but, like, it's fake.
Yeah, but in movies, fake.
No, I understand.
You know?
I totally get it, but...
I get it.
It's just, like...
Why not watch a real fight?
People win belts and shit, and, like, they go around acting like those people and are like... I won this belt,
for sure.
But also it's fake.
Yeah,
you know
it is. 100%.
Doesn't make any sense.
But what's fake?
Yeah, you're right.
Nah,
now that's
a
whole nother discussion. No, but and then when you're little, you're watching it, And I'm like, this isn't fake. Look, they're actually hurting each other.
I wonder when I realized
like
it was
is
actually fake.
I can't remember. So if you rewatch now, like see any clips ever, I'm like, holy crap. They're not touching each other at all. Mm-hmm. It's like, boom, boom. They're like just missing each other every time. They're literally just going back and forth on the like the gate thingy, the ropes. Yeah. Oh man.
But some of the stunts they actually do are like pretty quick, like the Hardy Boys, how they used to jump and do flips off ladders.
Yeah. I mean, they're still like talented.
For sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
they're still talented.
Like gymnasts.
Yeah.
And acrobatic as fuck.
And actors.
And athletes, I guess.
They're actors.
Actors.
Yeah. Look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson right there.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about him for a second?
Huge.
What the hell? He was The Rock, and now he's like obviously still The Rock, but like
he's just a A-list actor.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he has these like franchise movies now.
Right.
And he was just a fucking.
He was the most entertaining man in sports. What was it called?
What?
I'm the most entertaining man in sports entertainment. That's what he used to say.
That's what he would say.
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
most
God.
electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Oh my God.
That's what he was.
I loved him. I used to think
favorite.
he was so. I had the biggest crush on him when I was.
I didn't have a crush on him, but
yeah. Oh, obviously.
I like Lita.
But think about how he looked then versus how he looks now. He was so little then, as a wrestler.
He was big still.
I know, but like
now
compared to now, like he was just like now he's like a fucking wall, like legit so big.
He's like a boulder.
So big, like legit a boulder. He's not The Rock anymore. He's a boulder.
Oh God, I didn't realize that.
That worked out perfectly. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the weirdest cultural superstitions because we talked about the garlic in the pocket, all the weird things that we do. Is there any other Albanian things that we didn't mention?
There's for sure more.
So like for. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, you get it.
The only thing I can think of is like when you put down a coffee, the thing has to go to the right side.
Okay.
When you like flip over the coffee, like if you don't do it with the right hand in the right way, it's not, you can't read it because it won't be for you anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, like all that shit.
Yeah, I've heard of all those. How about the one where like if we butt heads?
I know.
Do you hear that one? If we butt heads, you're gonna grow horns, so you have to hit again.
Oh yeah.
So you have to butt heads twice. Or if you're laying down and I cross over you, you're not gonna grow. You're gonna stay short.
Yeah, I've been convinced.
And you have to get crossed back
that my
over.
whole life. I'm like, yeah, somebody didn't.
You're convinced someone, right?
Yeah, somebody didn't sit back over me.
I remember me bringing that up to you, and you said that. So that might have been on the podcast.
Yeah.
There's so many.
There are so many.
Back to so I know there's. My mom wanted Nicolette to like have like a red lipstick mark on her.
On her dress?
No, not on her dress, but like on her skin somewhere. Nicolette's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not superstitious, you know? And then my mom's like, well, like, put it on your butt. Like, so no one will see it. Like, it's not going to be on your arm or somewhere where someone can see it.
Yeah.
You know? She's like, well, just put it on your butt. Like, your butt cheek. I can't remember if she did it or not. I don't think she ended up doing it.
That's so
But
funny.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit, dude.
There's
That's
so
one.
much, yeah. There's so many.
Yeah, my mom got a lot. If I leave, okay, say I leave here and I'm going to work, but I forget my work key, and I turn around, I either have to come inside and look in the mirror, or if I'm like in a rush, or whatever the case, if I don't look in the mirror, I have to take a different route
on the way back.
On the way back, like to work. Yeah, on the way to work, I have to take a different route.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's
and
got
I'll do that, and I do it.
Yeah,
and
I just
can't help it.
That's so funny.
And then I think there was one time where I didn't do it, and I was here, and I was going to softball, and I think I forgot like my softball backpack or my mitt or something. And I'm leaving, but I'm in a rush. I'm running late. I leave. I forget something. I come back. I don't have time. And here, there's like no other route. Like I would literally have to go the opposite way.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I go the same way, and I remember thinking it was like nighttime, and like, it just crossed my mind. I'm like, I'm about to hit a deer.
Did you?
On my way to softball.
Did you?
I'm driving. I literally I'm right here. I've only been driving for like 45 seconds.
Right.
I'm like, I'm probably gonna fucking hit a deer, or a deer's like gonna pop out in front of me. Maybe a minute after that, I like glance out of my phone, I think like to change a song or something or whatever. or like just look at my phone. I look up, 2 deer right in front of me.
Oh,
and I like swerved out the way of
shit.
one, and then the other one was coming. I swerved out the way of the other. Like it was like
Oh
I had to
my-
like weave through
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like maybe I would have missed them either way, but like the weaving like helped
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. But still, and I was literally like, look, I almost manifested that too.
Yeah.
And like it was because, and my heart was racing. I'm like, look, because I forgot something.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Wow.
went to softball, and I remember on the way back, when softball played, whatever, came back, and I'm like, I'm gonna see another fucking deer.
Yeah.
See another deer, 2 deer waiting to cross the street on like 26 Mile over there, and then I see 2 deer like eating like the grass just right on the corner
Wow.
of 26 and West.
You know, it's funny because like we can convince ourselves of like so many things, but also like it's like
Deer are out here.
deer out here all the
I
time.
haven't seen a deer since though. You know?
Yeah.
Haven't seen
I know,
a deer
but
since.
I know that's what it's like so
You know?
weird. It really is weird.
Yeah.
No, but Albanians are like it's so just back to like what he was saying, how like his grandma was so religious, but she also was so superstitious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so contradicting to one another,
Yeah,
but
right.
like it's just in
My
our
mom too.
blood. It's
My
just,
mom too. Super
Yeah,
Muslim.
it's
Super,
just like
like-
in our blood to like be that way.
Right.
Does anyone in your family read coffee at all? Like anything? Or?
I do have one. I was gonna bring that up too.
Yeah.
I do have one aunt. She's like not my direct aunt,
Right.
You know, like not my mom's sister, my dad's sister. She's from my dad's side though. It's like my dad's cousin or whatever. We're close to her, so she reads coffee cups like really well.
Yeah.
Like really
Yeah.
well, where people like are like she knows
yes.
her fucking shit.
Yeah.
So one time I did have my coffee cup read by her. It was me and my 2 other cousins my age were over her house. And we purposely were like, give us a coffee. Let's do the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know? So we all like, she was like, I forgot what my reading was, but I remember at the end she said like, dip
Do
your
your
pinky
in, yep.
and like do something. And then she's like, make a wish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. And I just remember my 2 other cousins, she called what they wished for.
Yeah.
Like one wished for like girls and one wished for money.
Okay.
And then she read mine and she was like, you didn't wish for money, nothing materialistic, nothing. You didn't wish for girls. You didn't wish. She's like, I don't know what you wished for. She's like, but she's like, you didn't wish for like, and then listed like
Yeah.
the normal things people wish for. And I remember what I wished for because I always wish for the same damn thing, you know?
Yeah.
But she couldn't pinpoint it. But like,
Is it something vague?
yeah.
Yeah.
Something vague.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people probably wish for, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say it.
Don't
'cause
say it.
all
Don't
my
say it.
wishes
No,
will be
me too.
canceled
Me too.
since,
I'm like, don't
my
say
like 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Probably.
Don't say it. But yeah, so my grandma, my nana, my mom's mom is like a big coffee reader. Like she's our family.
She's good at it?
She's our family like coffee reader. Yeah. So I've
Your
never.
mom's mom, I'm sorry?
My mom's mom. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've never gotten my coffee read by her.
Is she back home?
No, she's here.
She's here.
Yeah. She is so good at it. Like she's just she's so good at it. But she won't read all of our coffee. She used to read everyone's and she didn't care, and like then she got like weird about it. She reads Neta's all the time, but she will only read Neta's if like Neta is like starting something with a boy or like has
really?
like wants to know if like something's gonna work out or something
Right,
like that.
right,
So
right.
like she's like pretty good about that. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But she's spot on, bro. Like if there's something going on in Neta's life, like or like whatever, she knows. It's crazy. It's crazy, and she can like depict dreams. Like if you bring your dreams to her, she'll be like, oh, it's this, like you're worried about this, or like, oh, that person's probably pregnant.
There's people like that, dude. I 100% believe, like mediums.
Yeah.
I 100% believe it.
Yeah, it's weird. And like I'm like, my nana's not crazy. Like she's not a fucking, you know, like
Yeah, she's not like a witch. She's not over here stirring fucking
You know what's
soup.
really fucking funny?
She's probably making soup. Though, but
Yeah.
nah,
Did I
witch
ever
soup.
tell you when Kara texted me about my grandma? Do you remember this at all? Or no? Okay, so one time Kara texted me, she's like, hey, like I just broke a mirror, you know?
Right.
And she's like, can you tell your grandma to like reverse anything, or can she do anything about that? I'm like, girl, my grandma's not a witch. Like, she's not
my
going to create a
God,
potion for you to reverse your bad luck for 7 years. You know
Oh
what I'm
my God,
saying?
that's funny as
She was
fuck.
like, can your grandma do anything? I was like, girl, no.
Yeah.
And this was like kind of like not early on in our friendship. Like we were friends for quite a while at this time, but we weren't best friends yet.
Yeah.
Like it was not just like us
That's
two, you know?
hilarious.
I was like, is she crazy? You know? But I was like, it was one of the funniest things that she's ever done.
Well, I feel like people who, I don't know, it's like, I could understand her because she'll hear you tell the story.
Yeah.
Like she reads your coffee
cup. Yeah.
And she's thinking like, all right, which
all right.
She could reverse the shit.
She
probably,
can do that. Well, yeah, and like my grandma. So whenever we used to have stomach aches or we were sick, my mom would call my. Did I ever tell you this too?
No,
I feel like
no.
So my mom would call my grandma and she would say like, "Hey, Fia's not feeling good. Her stomach hurts or blah blah blah." So my grandma would make something on the stove. I don't know what it is on the stove. I wouldn't be there. I would be at my house, and she used to live on the west side. Would make something on the stove, and like the way she would like turn.
That's witch.
Yeah, the way she would like turn or like
make something out of salt, boiling water with like. Yeah. She had like your DNA somewhere,
right?
Like.
So the way she would mix it, like the direction in which she would mix it, she would do it like 2 times this way, 1 time this way, whatever, and she would be like, okay, now tell her to lay on her left side. But it's the left side because number one, there's like a actual biological reason. Like if you're not feeling good, you should lay on your left side because of like the way shit processes stuff.
Like the way your organs are lined
so
up.
like there actually is like biological reasons to do that. But she every time, so I was like, okay, shit, I'm about
but
to feel.
But she don't know that.
I know. I'm like, I'm
That's
about to
thing.
feel
she
better
don't know
tomorrow.
That like doctors will probably say like, oh.
Yeah. I know, but I would like every time I was like sick, I'm like, Mom, can you call Nana? Like when I was little, that would be like my first instinct. Not go to the doctor.
Oh my god.
Can you call Nana? My stomach hurts
crazy.
me. Yeah.
There's so much shit like that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like I saw something about like the pyramids of Giza. So God knows when they were made.
Yeah.
God knows who made them. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, right? But this is the shit that's mind blowing to me. It's not even the fact like who built it. Like that's obviously crazy, but to me it's like apparently like the numbers, like the mathematics in like the pyramids, like tell stories like about like our like galaxy, our solar system, like the diameter of the Earth, like how far, like the radius of the Earth, like, and then people are like, we didn't know this until like a few hundred years ago, whatever. Yeah. How did they know this back then? 10,000 years ago, or whenever whatever.
Right.
Like that's what's crazy. So they're saying like, it's almost like the world was so much more sophisticated than we thought.
Yeah.
And then something happened. And then now it was like a reset. Which is it like Noah's Ark?
Yeah, what is it?
So many things are like, apparently they found Noah's Ark somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, they found like Noah's Ark somewhere, But like, how can you fit every fucking species? Like, look, you just named 10 animals that we don't even know
too
they
many.
exist.
Yeah.
What about the ocean animals? You just have fucked them and, or maybe they live.
Well, I think they live because the water.
Right.
Yeah, I think
so
that's,
maybe that kind of makes sense there, but.
Yeah. Oh my
crazy
God.
shit. And then like there's things in the Quran. Like, and in the Bible too, like there's things in there, like, so the Bible was, I think the Bible was written like after Jesus, like a couple hundred years after or something like that. And I know the Quran was written like 500-600 years after Jesus. But the shit I don't want to say shit, the stuff they have in there, like we recently discovered to be true. Like when it comes to like mathematics or like when they say like, people back then were saying lay on your left side. Yeah. They didn't know scientifically or biologically why.
Yeah,
they just maybe fucking knew that.
Yeah.
And then now
that's why I think like
science catches up with those people's like.
Well, that's why I think science in a way is like just magic. It like, like all of it is like intertwined. The magic, the galaxy, the science, like everything is just
I don't know what's going on, dude.
A circle.
It's just mind blowing.
It is.
Everything's mind blowing.
It really is. Everything in the world ever is mind blowing. It is. It's crazy. We live in such a, I will walk down, like, walking upstairs and randomly be like, what am I doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, what am I? What are we? What is this?
What are we doing right now?
What are we doing right now? It's so weird. Okay. Anyway, we'll move on. Actually, we're not going to move on. I want
to keep going with this
I have, like, stuff from all over the world, like, weird superstitions in countries. So Germany. So in Germany, you can't congratulate a person before their actual birthday. This is a superstition goes back to the belief that demons can hear the good wishes and do their best to make them not come true.
Oh, it's almost like giving them like a heads up, like, oh shit, this guy's birthday's coming up. We'll stop.
Damn. But even when it's midnight, you're finally allowed to congratulate your German friends. Party-related danger still lurks around the corner. When you make a toast to them, you'll have to look everyone straight in the eyes when you clink glasses. This way, you'll make sure that A, there's no poison in your drink, the origin of the superstition, and B, your love life won't be ruined for the next 7 years.
Yeah. We all heard that one.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah.
And it's funny. Do you ever notice in movies when it's like those movies where I don't trust you, you don't trust me? Mm-hmm. And then we get like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That you give someone a drink, and then they do look each other.
Yeah.
In the eye while they're drinking to see are you drinking it?
Yeah.
You know.
It's so funny.
But in those movies, they make it obvious.
Yeah.
To see let me see if you're poisoning it.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Imagine someone poison your drink these days. Well, people drug you.
Yeah, they drug you.
Yeah.
The freaking where's that one place that around here?
Rose Room.
Yeah.
In Birmingham.
Yeah.
I've been there a handful of times.
No slander, but that we just heard some things.
Right.
Yeah.
It might have been like a bad month for them.
Yeah, that's not libel, or whatever. You know.
What's
it?
Allegedly, or you're saying?
No, I'm saying there's when you say something.
I know what you're. We don't want to hold.
I'm not saying
we don't want to be held liable.
No, libel. It's it's different.
Liable?
No, not liable. Libel. I'll look it up. Hold on, just really quickly. Okay, that's what I'm. Okay, so libel is the act of defaming another person. So writing, such as newspapers or other publications. So this. So this, yeah.
If Rosewood try to sue us, I'll give them all our profits from our podcast.
Yeah, they can have every cent. Oh, that's so funny. We just give them all.
Not even just the profits, just everything.
You can have the equipment, but not the camera. Not the camera. You can't have the camera. You can have these fucking microphones. We need new ones anyway. Okay, Poland. Bags have no business being on the ground in Poland because it is believed that if you leave your bag unattended, money can easily jump out of there. The Polish have an interesting history of superstitions surrounding death and funerals. Some believe that if there is a death, you should bury the body before the next Sunday, or else the death in your circle will soon follow. Those were two separate ones. The bags on the floor is a big one, even in the Albanian culture.
Yep.
Yeah. If there's ever a bag on the floor, my mom yells at us to pick it up. I always thought it was
on the chair
because it's dirty. Yeah, it was funny because the other day I was in the office at work and this guy has his computer bag and it was on the floor, and I put myself on the floor too.
Computer bags I feel like are fine.
Yeah.
To me, it's like purses.
Yeah.
Specifically,
but it was just laying on the floor, and I was like, I don't feel right about how that looks on the floor. So I picked it up and I put it on a chair, and I was like, I'm putting your thing on the chair because I don't think it should be on the floor. I was like, I just have to do it.
Yeah, you could have just let it slide as a OCD type thing.
But I was
I just feel like it's a superstition.
Yeah, it's a superstition. Yeah.
No, I'll do that too. I'll do that. I'll pick up someone's purse and put it on the chair, family members. Or
whatever, Spain. While Friday the 13th is considered unlucky in many countries, it's actually Tuesday the 13th. This is why you should never ever get married or travel on a Tuesday that lands on the 13th. Interesting fact, however, the film Friday the 13th was still translated as
Tuesday the 13th.
It's still Friday the 13th in Spain.
Oh, okay.
It was not renamed when shown in Spain, which makes sense, but also it's not culturally correct to them, Italy. Speaking of weird superstitions involving unlucky days, in Italy, Friday the 13th, it's always bad news. This is why, basically, you shouldn't do anything on that day, least of all celebrate a special event. If you do, but why would you? Then please, for heaven's sakes, do not wear any purple. Are you getting paler and paler?
Don't do anything special, and please, for the love of God, do not
wear purple. Yeah. It says, don't worry. You can easily combat your bad luck if you're a woman. Touch your left breast with your right hand. Shake a bit for extra luck. And if you're a man, you just have to touch maybe don't.
Private? Shake a bit?
After all, if you might just be better to risk the bad luck instead of almost embarrassing yourself in front of other wedding guests. Black cats. When they would pass, my mom would say grab your private part or grab your something.
Really?
Yeah, something about it. Yeah, that's actually really funny.
So you would just
I'd be like that or hide them. I don't know what I would do.
So when we have a thing too where we pass cats, but all cats, not just black.
Okay.
You have to grab change and not look and count it and just throw it out the window. Yeah, not a handful. I'll grab 5, 6.
There's somebody walking down the street gets pelted by fucking change.
But I'm not, it's more dropping it out the window. But someone's walking by and there might be 3/4 because
so
can't count, And sometimes I'll be pissed and be fuck, I just grabbed
a $1. Yeah, that's so funny.
That one I kind of stopped doing though.
Yeah, I would too.
That one I kind of stopped because I'm like, dude.
I'm not going to waste my money. You have a cat in your house, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
And they cross the street too sometimes. But.
You're always just you see your cat and you're just throwing money out. Killing a spider in Sweden is a no-go.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, it will cause it to rain the next day. However.
Did I tell you why we don't?
Why?
Sorry for cutting you off.
No.
Apparently, men were chasing Muhammad, the prophet.
Uh-huh.
Peace be upon him. And he was like running, whatever, and then like he hid in a cave.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, like a spider or like multiple spiders or a spider
like hit him,
like blocked the entrance with like a web.
Whoa.
Right? Okay. And then like the men chasing him, like we're about to run. They're like, oh, let's check in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, there's no way he's in here.
Yeah, how could
because he would have ran through this web. Look
Right.
at it. It's a perfectly fresh web.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he would have broke it and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why we can't kill spiders. So I don't kill spiders. I'll pick them up and
You put them
bring 'em
outside?
yeah.
I like that.
But ants, fuck out of here.
You know, one time when I was little, speaking of ants, my cousin Georgie, like, told me an ant was chocolate, and I ate it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Georgie?
Yeah.
Nikki's brother?
I'm just a big guy. Yeah, Georgie, Nikki's brother,
Oh,
yeah.
too funny. I might be a little bit of a psycho.
Why?
Because I remember, like, if I found, like, a one of those big ants, are they queen ants?
Yes.
They're called queen ants because I know queen bees.
I think they're like
queen
the
ants
queen
too?
ants or...
Right?
Yeah.
Or even just regular ants. Dude, so bad. Psycho shit.
What, you would, like, put fire or something?
No, I would, like, scoop them up with, like, toilet paper and then lay them down on the toilet and, like, watch them, like, run and, like, freak out. But sometimes I'd feel bad and add more toilet paper, and then they would, like, walk and get out because I'd be like, oh, no, I feel too bad.
Oh,
but sometimes it just flush them down the toilet.
That's fucking twisted.
That's psycho shit.
I used to make myself, like, when I would see ants, I would make my hands into a triangle on the floor, and I would trap them there, and then I would have them, like, crawl up my fingers and stuff. Yeah. I used to always play with ants all the time. And, like, I had a phase with worms, too, but that didn't last long.
What?
With worms. Like, I used to, like, fuck with them.
I fucking loved worms.
But now they're so fucking gross to me. Ooh. What are they?
I haven't seen a worm in so long.
No.
Yeah.
Usually they come out when it's, like, raining.
Yeah.
You know? Gross. Okay, do you know, if I said to you, it smells like worms, would you understand?
Yeah, like that dewy, rainy after smell.
You know what
I
I'm
mean.
Okay, because
I know exactly. I can smell it right now.
yeah. Me and Beta always say, like, oh, it smells like worms, and people don't really understand. Or, okay, if I told you it smells like a sneeze, would you understand that?
No.
Okay, that's the one. That's the big one. I
could try to picture it. It's making. I know. It's just giving me like a tingle in my nose, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what that smells.
So me and Beta will, like, be walking, and both of us will be like, oh, it smells like a sneeze. But no one else besides Beta.
Like pollen? Like almost like.
No, it smells like a sneeze. Like, I cannot explain it other than that.
Yeah.
There's no other explanation for it. But only Beta and me understand
that, right?
That's literally, it's so if anyone knows what we're talking about, please answer. Because I think it's weird that it's just us two. Like, why? Like, why just us two know what a sneeze smells like?
Right.
Or, like, understands that. It's like
Next time I sneeze, I'll try to think of it.
Yeah, but, like, it's not even.
I know what you. Yeah.
It's like when I'm walking and no one has sneezed or anything. But I'm like, oh, it smells like sneeze. Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, back to superstitions.
What, there's not that many people golfing right now, huh?
Yeah, so Samir lives on a golf course. And there's.
It's just me that's not working at 4 on a fucking Thursday.
Yeah, right. Me and you. What hole is this? Do you know?
This is I believe the 15th. This is a par 4. The boys came out the other last week.
Yeah, you saw them. Yeah.
Ran out a 5th of Henny. No, I had a liter of Henny. I ran it out to them. We all took a shot. But I'm literally, dude, this was kind of scary. So I walk out because they told me we're just starting. Like we're driving. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like walking over there to the fence, and I hear a ball land.
Yeah.
Like 20 feet away from me.
Right.
So I'm like, that's them. One of them hit over here, you know? So I grab the ball, I throw it over there.
Oh,
I
no.
hop the fence. I stand on top of that hill. I'm like watching them drive. I'm like, they're not hit. You know, I'm like, they're not going to hit it towards me again.
Yeah.
Like, it was Rob who hit it the first time. Now I'm watching, it's Dom. And I'm like looking, I'm like, let me watch this fucking ball. Like, because I'm about to get hit.
Yeah, right.
So I'm looking to see if I couldn't see the ball. I lose it. I'm assuming it's going like on the fairway.
Right.
I'm just standing there, and Dom's like, you know, you're supposed to yell 4, but I remember he actually yelled like, Samir, 4. Like he was like, because he was like actually scared. And I'm like, I can't see it. I'm looking up. I'm like, fuck. So I just go like this. I cover myself, and then it lands like 10 feet in front of me on the cart path on like the sidewalk.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, that was actually pretty fucking close, you know?
Yeah.
And then it bounced
Dude,
over here, so
one thing about me is I'm always losing my ball. Like in the air. Like I cannot track my ball. I cannot track it for shit. Not like losing it like in the water or whatever. I do that too. But like I cannot track my fucking ball. I'll be like, where is it? I don't know where it is.
I'll ask everybody.
People get so mad at me.
Yeah, they don't get mad at me though.
My friend
maybe they want to.
Yeah, right. No, my friend Luca especially, he's like, how can you not track the ball? I'm like, I don't know where it went. I have no idea.
I'll lose it after about 30 feet in the air. It's gone.
I'm like, no, I'm not playing anymore. That's it.
But like, even this is the bad part with me. I don't know if it's I don't golf enough. Or like, I plan on going a lot more this summer, but I'll like see it fucking land.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right, it's on that like second hill by the thick tree.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, get in the cart, drive over there.
It's nowhere.
Which
to be
hill
found.
is this? This looks like the fourth hill. So what the fuck? Like, where's the big thick tree? And I still won't fucking find, like I'll see it.
Like the perception is off a little. Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I still won't know.
Yeah, I know. So I do think it just takes practice though, and like going more often, especially if you go to like the same course more often. That's when it gets a lot easier because then you will know like the way of the land a little bit more.
Yeah, because like these guys will go like, on like the 10th hole at Glacier.
Yeah, they know exactly how it is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Robert. No idea what you're talking
Robert
about.
will tell me about like a hole, and he's like, you know how it's laid out, and I'm like, no, man, I don't remember shit. Like, no, like I'll remember.
If I came here 3 days in a row, I probably wouldn't remember. When I'm going and I'm like actually like at the course and doing it, whatever, I'll remember like, oh yeah, I remember doing this hole. But like when he's trying to tell me like on this hole I did this, I'm like, Robert, I don't know, I cannot see it, I cannot visualize it. Yeah, no, but it's because they're obsessed. They love it so much. Yeah. We can be done with superstitions, but if one pops up, I might have to say it. But yeah, we could be done with it.
Yeah, we can be done with superstitions, but they're great. I love them. I think they're fun. I think they add a little spice to our life.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And, like, we are all educated people, and we know that there's no way this stuff, like, actually affects us. But even saying that... But it
might be the energy. You know, like, how people talk about, like,
it's like energy, yeah.
It could be that same
thing. But even saying that, I'm like, I don't believe that. Like, I actually do think that... Not that those things affect.
Randomness. You believe in randomness.
I do, but I also think that like maybe the superstitions are there for a reason. Like, you know, like I'm gonna just do like if I see my shoes flipped, I'm moving them back. Like
100%.
I'm not. And
even if it's even if it's like not upright, I have to straighten them out.
I have to move them back.
Not like just opposite sides. But if it's just one's on the side.
Like just like those little things where like I'm just always gonna do it. If I step over somebody, I'm gonna step back over them.
Guaranteed.
Like, you know, like there's just even if they're a grown adult, if I do it to Robert who has stopped growing for however long, like I'm gonna do it. I just have to make sure. You never know. You know.
There is one thing I wanted to bring up. So did you ever come across the medium? He's a medium on TikTok, the taxi driver.
Yes, yeah.
Did you watch the shit?
I watched a few of them.
There was one night I was in bed and I'm like, I came across it. I go to like the page. It wasn't like his page, but it was like a page and it was like 100 videos of his, maybe an hour.
Yeah. He's crazy. Dude. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Can't even explain it. He's like pretty much a psychic. Yeah. But like telling like, he's like talking to the dead. And I'm explaining to them because you know what I'm talking about. But he's like talking to the dad, and he'll be like, "Oh, like you got a sister or something that passed away recently or something." And they're like, then they just start crying.
Yeah,
that shit's got to be real. It don't look like acting.
It has to be real.
It has to be real because they don't fucking look like they're acting. And if they are, they're the greatest actors. They're better than like Denzel and these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you know. So,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You know, the only issue I have with mediums is. When I was a senior in high school, we had like an all-night party. Did you ever have those?
Had that.
So like at the school, you just stay all night, whatever.
Boring as hell.
It is so boring. It
you would
gets
think,
so old.
You would think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it gets so old. But we had a medium come and like to our class, and she was just annoying. She was so annoying, and like she was like, it was like.
Well, some are for sure frauds.
Yeah, and I was just like. Ugh, just bad energy, like you know the ones that just give off bad energy.
Yeah, right.
That's the only time I've ever actually experienced any of that.
I would never go to a psychic though.
No. It's against our religion.
It is same.
Yeah.
Thing,
so.
But yeah, we'll get our cups back.
Yeah, I know it's also
it's
contradicting.
It
really
line,
is.
Dude,
it really is such a blurred line. Where do we cross it, don't we? Yeah. Okay.
Won't eat pork, but we'll drink alcohol. Yeah. Like, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. I have some other things that we can talk about on here that I think that actually I'm like, do I want to wait for this one because we just talked about weird superstitions? Maybe I'm gonna ask you, what do you think? Weird timeline overlap. So like, will fuck up your perception of time to know that when the pyramids were being made, woolly mammoths were still on Earth. Like stuff like that.
Really?
Like,
is that true though?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok about it. So
wow.
I didn't look deeper into that, but like there's like stuff
fucking
like that.
Badass.
I know.
I love that shit.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that now or should we wait?
Let's talk about it.
Okay,
it goes with the theme.
Okay, so I have a link here and it just says these 36 historical facts will mess with your perception of time. Okay, one weird thing is that Marilyn Monroe and Queen Elizabeth, the one that just died, were born in the same year.
That I knew. Because the reason I knew that is because there was a picture that went around
that showed,
or like a video of them shaking hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a video of them shaking hands, and she, like, Marilyn Monroe had her tits out.
Yeah.
And like the Queen's like,
hello,
like,
hello, my lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth. Yep. The one that just passed, right? Yep. You know who I love? Princess Diana.
Yeah. Duh.
Why do Albanians just love her?
I don't know. I think.
Like, does your mom love her?
Everyone loves her.
Yeah, my mom is like obsessed with her.
Yeah, everyone loves her. My mom's not like obsessed with her, but like everyone loves her. Every single person. And I think it just has to do with like how she was like very not against the monarchy,
but she
but
was
like
almost a rebel, almost
like a
at the
rebel.
time.
Yeah, she was. And then like when her and Charles got divorced, she has like this iconic revenge dress.
Is she okay? So Charles is the royal family. Princess Diana has nothing.
No,
she's not royal.
No.
Not like she's not like from. Like,
I don't know. I think she's.
Royal
I think that
family?
she has like something in her. I don't think that she's like Kate Middleton, who was just like he met her at college. Not like that. I don't. I don't think that's how it is. But I can look more.
Kate Middleton. She's.
That is Prince William's wife.
I feel like that sounds like a famous name in general.
So they met at college.
Was she ever famous? Was she ever like in?
I think she was a model beforehand, but like I don't think that was like why she was famous. I think it was because of Prince William.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, because Princess Diana was just like a rebel, and then the revenge dress thing, and nobody really like fucks with Charles. So like, I think it's just a camaraderie thing. Yeah, I think that it's like just like.
You know, I fucked with. Who are the two new ones? The ones that ran away to Canada and California and shit?
Meghan and Harry. You like them?
I liked Harry and Meghan in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. So you don't fuck with them, really?
No, I don't fuck with them no more.
Yeah.
You know, just the shit you see.
Yeah, the shit you see. But also, like, I don't really care about the royal family at all. I do like The Crown, the show. I started it. I'm not all the way finished or anything, but it's just, like, interesting. The fact that there's, like, this royal family that, like, has this weird relationship with, like, the news outlets, and then like they will feed stuff to them that they want them to report on. It's just like weird. So like with Meghan and Harry, like the royal family, not like fucking the Queen wasn't like, hey, Daily Mail, put this out. It was like the people who run the royal family. You know what I'm saying? They like put shit in the mail to put like Meghan and Kate against each other, or like against Meghan or whatever it might be, you know? Like, so it's just like it's such a weird concept. And what's really weird about them is like they have like no actual power. They're just like there. Yeah, right. Like, why are you guys wasting so much money on this family that doesn't do anything for you? I mean, it's like it's just tradition and the idea of it. Yeah,
it's celebrity.
Yeah,
it's like almost celebrity.
Yeah.
Like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but Kim actually.
Now she makes products and she's like a businesswoman for sure. Yeah. But I'm talking about like it was more like people like when she came out, everybody was hating on her, and then now she's like a mainstay. Now everyone's just like,
it's Kim Kardashian.
She's cool.
Yeah,
she's cool. Like now you're just like, let her make her fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with kings and queens. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. You know? I think it's pretty tight. I think it's pretty sweet.
I do, and like. I think it's cool.
You know what I actually looked up the other day? There was a king of, one of the kings of Egypt, and that's what I got to look up. Was it Egypt? But I believe it was Egypt. One of the kings of Egypt was of Albanian descent, and he claimed it. He had 13 bodyguards. And what's up with the number 13, right? But anyways, this is me.
What's up with the number 13?
But he had 13 bodyguards, and they were all Albanian. And he said, and he was only like 25% Albanian, or whatever. But he said like Albanians are the only people I'll trust with my life.
Wow.
And he has a quote. He has like a famous quote. His name is like King Faruqa.
Okay.
He has like a famous quote. He's like, soon there will be no more kings and queens, only that of like England.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, there are
more still.
Yeah,
I remember you told me. I remember we talked about it another time. Like there are more like in other countries.
But like no one cares about them.
But no one cares about them. But right.
Yeah.
But maybe they're all going to be gone until maybe he still might be right.
Yeah, but Prince Charles, this is actually, it's weird that this is coming up because Prince Charles crowning ceremony, what is it called? Coronation.
Prince Charles is the old motherfucker, huh?
No, you're probably thinking of Philip. Charles is older, but I mean, he's like 70 something.
Right. Charles is the one that was married to Princess Diana.
Yes, and they got divorced.
And I'm thinking of Prince Philip, the weird pedophile guy, right?
Well, I don't think he's a pedophile.
I think he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
A little bit more slander going on over here. No, but him and Prince Philip, and no, you're talking about Andrew. Prince Andrew is Prince Charles's brother. Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth were married. They both died. Prince Andrew is the one that.
So I'm not thinking. So I'm wrong with Philip.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the old motherfucker that's still alive. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
He was like.
Let me show you.
Show me a picture. He looks creepy as hell.
Well, Prince, I think that you're still mixing them up, though. I still think you are. Because I think Prince Andrew, are you thinking about for what's that scary guy?
So,
Jeffrey Epstein, is that where you're getting it from? Yeah, so I think that's Prince Andrew.
Right,
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Prince Andrew.
He's scary looking.
I
need to see him old.
So this is Prince Andrew right here, but you're thinking of Prince Philip. Prince Philip looks like fucking Scrooge. Oh, Prince Philip, whatever you'll know. Duke of Edinburgh. That's Prince Philip.
That is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but this is not who you're thinking of.
He's straight, from what we know.
Yeah. I mean, he's not great, but, like, none of them are, you know? Like, none of them. But,
right.
yeah.
They're all racist pieces of shit.
Right. So, King Charles's coronation is coming up here soon.
So he's going to be the king.
He's going to be crowned king soon.
And how long is he? He's going to be king for, like, 6 months and be like... Deuces.
And die? Or what?
He's old as shit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like in his 70s.
Oh, that's pretty young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think those people live for a long time. It's crazy. And you would
think
that. So
then what happens? Who's king when he dies or queen?
William. So
the
his
young
son,
one.
His son, not Harry, but Harry's brother.
Not Harry, but Harry's brother. One
William
with Middleton.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be tight.
Yeah. So they'll reign for a pretty long time. Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then I think after that, it's William's sons.
Oh, not Harry.
It's not Harry. I don't.
Does he have sons?
Harry has sons. Yes. Yeah. So William has 2 sons.
Okay.
So I think that it goes Prince Harry can't even ever be king anymore because he said never mind, I don't want that.
Right.
So he can't be king anymore anyway. But if he wanted to, he could.
There's this South Park episode. I think it was this season. It came out and it was Harry and Meghan.
Uh-huh.
They move into South Park, so they come and they're like, "Oh, good, like we just want to be normal people.
Yeah,
we just want to like be normal people, like." But like in the episode, all they're doing is shit to like they're going to the newspaper and being like, "Guys, like we want to be normal fucking people," but like forcing them like to publish it, and then like they like put like banners on their house,
like we're
saying,
normal
like
people.
Stop. Like, we're just normal people. Stop taking pictures of, like, and,
right.
like, everywhere they went. They'd be like, don't look at, like, screaming at everybody.
Yeah.
Don't, like, look at us when people just look at people.
Yeah.
Normally,
yeah.
you know?
It's just a thing, yeah.
It's so funny. So
that's really
that's
funny.
the vibe I get from them. Like,
yeah.
Just pretend like they don't want the spotlight, but want the spotlight.
Yeah, it's like, because it's contradictory. But I don't think it's, like, about the spotlight. I think for them it was just about, like, what was happening within that,
right?
You know, like I don't think they care. Like they don't care. Like clearly, Meghan does not care about being famous. She was an actress. Like she was not famous. Like she wasn't fucking. You would know her on the street type famous, but like she still was famous. She was in a big show. Like she was an actress. Like
Deal or No Deal? We're talking
about. She wasn't Deal or No Deal, but she was in that
what number suitcase was she? You remember?
No, but she was in that show with. The Lawyer, Robert watched it. I don't fucking remember. She was in a big show that was like...
Mad Men?
No. Whatever, fuck it. She was an actress. So it's not like she doesn't want to be famous. She was famous. That's what she wanted her whole life, to like be in that, you know?
Yeah.
Harry was used to it. He doesn't care about the fucking, you know? But I think it was the matter in which they handled Meghan being brought in, the press, them putting people against each other. Like... now they get to live on their own terms.
Right.
So like they don't like now they can go talk to Oprah and do whatever the fuck they want. Now they can have a Netflix series with
I
this
get
and
what
this.
you're
You know,
saying.
like it's
more
not,
so in that.
Like they get to control the narrative.
Right.
They didn't like they couldn't control it, and now that they can, they'd rather do that.
Right,
you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't not fuck with them. I think I understand what they were trying to do.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about.
Oh, weird timelines.
Weird timelines, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But we brought up Marilyn Monroe and then.
Oh, here's that picture you're talking about. They met at a movie premiere in London in October of 1956.
There it is. Yep.
There it is.
See her breasts all out?
Yeah. Harriet the tortoise, who died in 2006, has seen Charles Darwin in person.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Whoa, that's crazy.
How
Charles
long
Darwin
did that
during his
tortoise live?
1835, he visited the Galapagos Island.
Didn't Einstein die in we looked that up before. Didn't he die in the 70s or some shit?
Let me check.
No, he died in I'm going to guess something crazy, 88.
1870. No.
Einstein?
No. That's when he was born. He was born in 1879. He died in 1955.
Okay.
What?
That's still that's not long ago.
No. I'm flabbergasted by that, actually.
In what sense? You thought it was...
I thought it was in the 1800s.
Right. So he was born in the 1800s.
He was born in 1879. He died in 1955.
Damn, he lived a long ass life.
70-something years?
Yeah.
80-something? 70-something?
What year was he born?
79.
And died 55?
Yeah, so...
76?
76.
76.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Or 75, depending when his birthday was and when he died.
Yeah,
but
that's weird. Okay, we'll just do a few more of these.
It was Picasso that was...
Yeah, Picasso's the 80s or something Picasso
crazy. Picasso died in 1986.
Because you just think that these people are they're...
Right.
You know?
Pablo.
I'm just going to double check that. I know we already talked about this. 1973. He died.
I said the 90s. So matter of fact.
Yeah. But still, it's just wild. And then, so then woolly mammoths were still alive while Egyptians were building the pyramids in 2660 BCE. That's crazy.
2000 BC?
BCE? What's BCE?
I don't know what the E stands for, but. Before Christ, eh?
Yeah, right? What do you say?
Huh?
What do you say?
Like BC? Well, BC is BC. I mean, we use that calendar.
Yeah.
Muslims have a different calendar. You're saying what do we say for BC?
Yeah.
I say before Christ.
Yeah.
And then,
I think in
school
they said something different.
Oh, they
tried
it?
to
Did they?
make it not religious.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Before Christianity?
Before I don't remember what it was, but yeah.
But that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a different Muslim. I don't know it. It's off by a couple weeks or something, or a few, I don't know, a few hundred years, and then a couple weeks different too. I don't
know. Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were born in the same year.
Whoa.
That's crazy. 1929.
Wow.
Yeah, so in which she documented, I know we talked about this, but Anne Frank freaks me out.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah.
It's something about the story and her just freaks me out. I don't.
Yeah,
like
but I don't know. I like that story. I don't like it. I'm not happy.
No,
for
but
her,
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I think it just made me so sad that I was when I was in 8th grade, I was so uncomfortable. Yeah, I just didn't know how to
eerie.
Yeah,
it's like an eerie.
Feeling. But I think when I was in 8th grade, I didn't know how to handle that. I was ugh, I don't. It makes me so sad that I was just The fax machine was invented the same year that the first wagon crossed the Oregon Trail. That's boring. I don't know enough about that.
What?
Wait, what? Wait. Actually, no, that's crazy. 1843? What?
Oh, a fax machine?
Yeah, but 1843? The original fax machine, the electric printing telegraph, was patented in 1843 by Scottish inventor Alexander Bain, the same year that 1,000 people set off west for Oregon.
Did you ever play the Oregon Trail?
No. What is that, a game?
You didn't play that?
Mm-mm.
It was elementary school. We were playing, the teacher would play it, right? We'd play Fridays for the last hour, right?
Is it a movie or what?
It's a game. It's just a video game, a computer game. So we would play the Oregon Trail. And I remember like, obviously, he would ask, like, a student, like, each day, like, okay, what choices do you want to make? Like, you would have to choose, like, do you want more medicine on your wagon, or do you want more, like, food?
Oh, that's
or more
cool.
water? Or, like, which locations you want to go to? You got to stop and hunt buffalo, like, actually hunt the buffalo. Like, the buffalo will run by, and then you got to, like...
It's like a computer game?
It's a computer game.
Wow.
And I remember, like, I fucking was obsessed with that game, so I went and bought it.
Uh-huh.
Like, at, like, Kmart or some shit.
Right.
And then, dude, I fucking love that game. I'm about to get it. I need to download it.
Oh
the
my
Oregon
God.
Trail, dude, so fun.
We should play it as a group.
We should. It's so much fun.
Wow. That's it for these fucking time lapse. We can find other ones that are cooler, but I just didn't look into it. I want to talk about something really quickly. The fucking Meijer. Did you see that new Meijer? It's on like 24 in Romeo Plank or something.
Yeah, it's all glass, right?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice.
I literally was like gobsmacked when I saw it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I was.
The whole front is all like black tinted window, right?
Yeah. So I'm not a Meijer person.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Kroger girl.
Mm-hmm.
Always have been, always will be. But that is making me want to turn to the other side.
Wait, Target?
No.
Wait, you said Meijer? Oh, you're Kroger. Oh, right.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, we're Kroger and we're Target. Kroger and Target.
Yeah.
For sure.
I never go to Meijer.
I went to Meijer, the one right here, to find a USB.
Oh, for that. You guys fixed it?
Target didn't have the size I needed.
Okay, so you guys got your wedding tape back.
Yep.
And how was it? Did you guys start watching it?
It was fucking awesome. Dude. I loved it.
Yeah. Did you watch it all?
Watched the whole thing. We skipped a lot of the we like fast forwarded through where you could kind of still see the people
things,
walking in.
Right.
And then we skipped a lot of the dancing because we're like, all right, we're gonna have to watch it with my parents. We're gonna have to watch it with our parents. We're gonna have to watch it like our friends. Some of our friends are gonna want to watch it, you know. And then I realized, like, because initially I was gonna say, like, I didn't even tell Nicolette this yet. Like, we were gonna have our friends all come and watch it, but I was getting fucking a headache from watching like all of it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
yeah,
I'm like, our friends aren't gonna want to see this shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna want to see maybe the ceremony. Like, the ceremony was so quick and beautiful and perfect.
Yeah.
So that, like, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't watch 5 hours.
No, for even Beta's like I watched it like quote unquote 3 times, but it's because I had to watch it. I watch it with Beta. I watch it
editing, like the pre.
Well, we just like went through it so many fucking times because my grandma wanted to watch it. You know, like so many people wanted to watch it, but I would just like fast forward quickly through. Yeah. You know,
that's what we did because we're like, we're gonna have to rewatch this.
Yeah. Did it bring back any favorite memories, or did you like see something that you were like, I forgot that happened, or like, oh, that was fun, or
no, nothing so much that like I forgot, but like I was cheesing
the whole time.
The whole time.
Oh, that's so great.
Like I probably kissed like 50 on camera, like 50 people on the cheek while like drunk.
Yeah, of course.
And then like, dude, it's so much fun. Just so fun to see, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then
did you guys catch anyone
you
doing?
You were in it a lot. Alan, it was me and Nicolette the most. like it was like Nicolette and Samir's wedding featuring Alan.
Yeah, I honestly am not surprised by that.
Yeah, he's gonna be watching this, and you know what's actually funny? He came over like a couple weeks ago, and we're expecting like our tape soon,
right?
You know, and he's like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm embarrassed. He's like, I'm like scared to see like, and I'm like, no, dude, because I just remember him being like fun, like,
yeah.
You know? And then like watching it, like, and it was still fun. Like,
to
me, like, I'm laughing. I think it's funny.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm glad he was
doing that.
Time,
for sure.
And I'm looking at you, Alan. What up? Because he listens every week. But he was plastered.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any. Nothing, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
the more drunk moments, the better to me. You know,
so
like, that's,
fun.
Who's watching it? It's just us watching it. You know, it's not like the world's going to watch this.
Oh, it was such a fun time. What a fun summer that was last year. Yeah. Well, I want to watch it. We saw a sneak peek of.
We sent some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rob was really funny in the wedding. He was in it a lot too.
Yeah.
Because he was like dancing the whole the whole time he's on the dance floor. And then he was funny too because there was one point where Rob was like holding the Hennessy bottle to pass it to like everybody. Mm-hmm. And then Alan was like begging him for it. And Rob's like,
no.
Like, he's like, no. And then like he makes a face like, this fucking guy. Like, he's like, this guy is already drunk and wants another. Like, after like Alan just took a shot. And like 30 seconds later, all right, pass it again. And Rob's like, no, dude. Like, you know.
No, that's what I'm always worried about on those videos is like, am I making a stank face like at all to anyone? Or like, did somebody like push me? And I'm like, ugh, like that. Or like, what?
For
you
sure.
know, like
Probably.
Yeah. Like,
probably.
It's just, you can't help it.
You can't just walk around the whole, a 6-hour wedding like this.
Exactly.
At some point, you're going to be like tired, or maybe something crosses your mind. You're like, fuck. Damn, actually, I do got to work tomorrow.
Or that video of Nick was hilarious, of how he was like in the spotlight.
Dude, that was hilarious.
That was beautiful.
I'm glad they caught all that. That's the one thing I was curious about. Because of course it's going to be good.
Right,
Like it's our friends and family. Mm-hmm. Of course it's going to be fun. But I'm glad, I was curious if they caught the last hour where they do the like traditional Albanian shit where you're sitting down and they're singing like old school Albanian music. That they caught. Because I know
sometimes they like wrap up.
They leave early and they wrap up. But they caught literally up until the last minute.
That's great.
Yeah, which
That's
was nice.
great.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah. Fun times. Yeah. We got another one this year in Septiembre.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. And we have our bachelorette trip plan. We're going to Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I wish we were leaving.
Yeah.
Somewhere, but what can you do?
You guys will have fun regardless.
Actually, it works out better for me that we're not.
Yeah, for like
but still,
work purposes.
I would like to
I know.
have another excuse to go
get out of the country. Yeah. Definitely. All right. Sure. I think we're good.
Sweet.
I missed this.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So I'm just going to address it really quick. We didn't post because my uncle passed away, and it was very shocking. I think that like being this age, being 25, I've obviously had loss before, but like this probably was like
the closest loss.
Not even close. Like, yes, I've lost my aunt before, but I was 10, so like it was like a different experience, and like I was supposed to wake up on Friday morning and drive to Chicago, and like instead my dad woke me up and told me something that I literally would have guessed 1,000 things before it was that,
Right.
And for some reason, like this was the hardest thing to get back to. I don't know why.
Really?
Like something was like, I think maybe because I was like, well, I have to talk about it, which is like, I'm okay talking about it because like I want to talk about him as much as I can, like, but something about it was like, but I miss doing this, but there was something, I can't
put your finger on
put my finger on it, but like I knew I wanted to like edit the podcast, but I think it was also like the editing of it, and I also knew it was gonna be the longest thing to edit,
Thanks,
so
Luigi.
like thanks, Luigi. So I was like, okay, so this is gonna be the longest episode to edit, so like that was, I first had to do that before I could do this,
right?
I wanted to do this, but thanks for coming back. That's all I wanted to get to. And I also thank you to my friends who are the best fucking friends in the world. Like, you just realize how lucky you are in those moments, and like the people that come through for you when you don't even expect anything, and then people just show the fuck up.
Right.
And you guys, you and Nicolette, all of our other friends, like, love you guys.
Yeah, and everyone for sure. I know in those situations, like we were even saying to ourselves, like, is there more we could do? Like, but like, what can we do?
You can't,
like, it's just like, what can you do? Like, it's just.
Yeah, and like the small things matter, and like when you send somebody flowers, or like you send them a text message, like people like differently, but like getting the text messages, getting the flowers, getting those little things, like it really did help. It really did, and like I just. I didn't know. It just
shows, like, people are there, like, support. Like, obviously it's not going to fix anything.
No, but like, it's just like, wow.
Knowing.
Yeah. And at that time, you're so aware of, like, what life is, I feel like, and, like, it just
100%.
kind of affirmed, like, I know who I want in my life, and, like, what I want from life. Like, even it sucks that it had to come of that. I would rather not know if my uncle could still be here, but like it just affirms so much, but yeah, it
does like give you like perspective.
Yeah,
100%.
big time. But yeah, thanks for being there, and thanks you guys for coming back.
For sure.
And I love you, and we'll be back next week.
Love you too. Love everybody. All right, thank you guys.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.